Them country boys on the ride, with them big fat wheels on the side, with the dirty cow wheels on the ride, and them country boys with them big fat wheels.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Them Damn Country Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Cole Train. My co-host is
It's Big Daddy 46. Going on.
I got some extra going on here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on with you?
Ain't shit. You want to tell them what we talking about today?
All right, we talking about differences in political views and religion in a relationship.
All right. We talking about if you have difference in religion or a difference in political views. One of y'all's a huge Barack Obama fan. The other one's a Trump fan. In your household, 46, are y'all on the same page with y'all political views?
For the most part, but we tend to don't really, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk about politics and religion that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now my mom and dad's was they shared the same political views. Religion was, you know what I'm saying? My mom was Methodist, my dad was Baptist, but you know what I'm saying? From time to time he would go to church with my mom.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom and dad household, it was with religion, you know, they was the same. For as politics, same thing, which they didn't really participate. They voted, but they didn't really participate in all the extra stuff. It's kind of like me right now, if I'm thinking about it, right? I'm into politics, but not like that. Only thing I care about is what makes me money. So when I'm voting, I'm an independent, so I'm voting for whoever's gonna make me the most money, and I don't care about he say, she say, and who said and who did what. Only thing I care about is the policies and what's gonna keep me from paying, you know, $400 in taxes every week, because that's what I'm paying now, about $400 about $430 in taxes every freaking week, you know. So on some things I'm real, I guess you could say liberal. Other things I'm real conservative. It just, I don't vote either way just because it sounds good to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I cannot like the president all I want to. You know, once you realize it's just a numbers game, it's kind of simple anyway. It's just a numbers game. As far as religion, in my household right now, we kind of split on it. She is Christian. I put it like this: she's Bible Christian. I consider myself a Christian, but I'm not Bible Christian. You know. My thing is, I know the person I am, and she knows the person I am. And I'm not a hypocrite, so I'm not about to be sitting up by this church, you know, doing something I don't believe in, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe in the church. I don't believe in that. I think that you as a person need to form your own relationship with your God, whoever that may be. And you need to make a tight bond with that God, whoever that may be. You know, I do believe that. Because I can tell you right now, I probably talk to God more than most people because I'm alone all the time. You know, my job makes me be alone, you know, all the time. So I'm alone for 70 hours a week. So who else you gonna talk to? You can't talk to yourself for so long. You can't make the voice for two people in the goddamn truck.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Nah. We
So,
need to move.
But would you date somebody outside of your religion? Or have you dated somebody outside of your religion?
No, I haven't.
No.
No, I haven't.
What about political views?
Mm-mm. No, no, nah. I ain't never dated anybody that we didn't like somewhat share the same political views or as far as religion. I mean, nah, nah, not no.
Right, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm one of those that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I just, we, I don't believe in the same thing they believe in. I get it. I get what they're doing. I get they've been taught that. But, as I got older, you start to see things. You start to realize certain things. And I know my
Mm-hmm.
life changed when I changed my beliefs. So it changed for the better when I started changing how I believe in things. So there's no need to going back now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got one in the holding down there.
Yeah.
If you're not a biblical Christian, then how do you know your God wants you to pray to him? How do you know that your God even wants you to pray to him or to communicate with him? How do you know what he wants? You're either a biblical Christian or you're just a Christian, cherry-picking Christian, or a Christian who's inventing stuff off of the top of your head. Heartburn, which way the wind is blowing, you know what I mean?
Maybe I'm not a Christian at all. I just know when I started praying the way I started praying now and the way I answer to God and I do as God tell me to do, my life has changed from what it was to what it is now. And I know when I don't answer to the God like I'm supposed to, and I ignore God, I know what the consequences behind that is. So yeah, you could say I'm not. You could say I'm not a Christian. I could not be a Christian. I ain't gonna argue with that. That could be the case. But you won't find me up in nobody's church giving them money. Now, I've been asked to donate. I've been asked to, do works. I'm out doing works all the time, But as far as sitting in a church, listening to a preacher, stuff like that, nah, we ain't doing that. It doesn't do anything for me, and I haven't got any results out of that like I'm getting results in my life now. So, but we clash on that. Me and my lady, we clash on that all sometime. She goes to church every Sunday. I don't. I just don't believe in that.
Another message.
Yeah, I see it. Go ahead.
I mean, all due respect, but are you worshiping the God of inconsistency? Because what you're saying is that you're praying to a God that didn't tell you to pray to him, right? He said, well, once you started praying to God, who told you to pray? How does he know he doesn't want you to take all the food out and jump in the fridge and stay there all weekend long? How do we know that? The atheist can say that once I left the church, I started feeling better about myself. Who can't say that? It's about consistency and truth. It doesn't matter what we believe. What matters is if what we believe is true or not. But for that, you have to care about what is true and what is consistency.
Consistency has nothing to do with truth. I can be a consistent liar.
Let me say something. As far as the way the show is set up, you know what I'm saying? This is a opinion-based show. So the views of you, me, or anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Those are views, but this is also an opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I don't want nobody to come in and then feel like whatever you're saying is you know what I'm saying? Like questioning what you believe. This is your belief. At the end of the day, that's your belief.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have I been to church like I should? No. I work every Sunday, all day.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? But there was a point in my life when I went. You know what I'm saying? But that is for me. I'm not saying that if you don't go to church that you don't get the same miracles and everything else that everybody else get. Because you have a lot of people
Right.
that don't believe. They believe you can have church anywhere.
Yeah,
You
that's
can have
true.
church in your home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like other than that, it's a building. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that my mom instilled in us. You know what I'm saying? It's like the thing of come as you are. A lot of people believe if you're not dressed up in a suit, then this, and this. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
that's not come as you are.
Hmm.
Back then, they didn't. Everybody couldn't afford suits and shit like that. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
everything, all this whole thing is opinion based. So
yeah.
for anybody that's coming in, I don't want nobody to come in and get things misconstrued or whatever and saying whatever. It's just open dialogue, but it's an opinion. You know what I mean?
I think a
Because
lot of people take.
I don't want this to turn. I don't want this to turn a
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
way. Is what I'm saying.
yeah. Some people feel the need to, uh, uh, let's see. I ain't gonna say chastise. They feel the need to state that you're doing wrong by because you're not doing what they're doing. And I find for the most part that those same people that do that, uh, at the end of the day, they're not following what they're supposed to be doing anyway. They're not doing any work. You know, they're not in a community doing any work. You know, some people believe that if you just go to church every Sunday. Now, get this. Not one time have I not said that I didn't read the Bible or believe in the Bible. I never said I didn't believe in God. I didn't say nothing of that. Only thing I said is I don't believe in church. But see, that messes a lot of people up. They automatically think you don't believe in God when you say you don't believe in church. To be honest with you, I think church is a scam now. If I'm wrong, tell me what a storehouse is. I think a lot of people get scammed. I mean, you look at what, some of these preachers are riding around in and what they're doing in their actual communities and all this stuff. I think a lot of people get scammed. I just do. I mean, ain't no personal attack on anybody else who wants to do that because if that's what you want to do, you need to do that. But I just think it's a scam. Oh, we got the same guy again.
So the Bible says that if you chastise a wise man will appreciate it. If you chastise a fool will get offended, right? So it's not that someone is imposing their views. It's just perhaps instead of you finding place for offense, you would say, well, hey, let's try to find wisdom in what's being said.
That's why I didn't use the word chastise. That's why I didn't use the word chastise in the first place. But, people are entitled to their opinions. If that's what you need to get along with your day, but the thing is not about me. It's about what you do in your relationship. Are you and your lady on the same terms, or your significant other, are y'all on the same terms? Y'all go to church together? If you had a difference in opinion on religion, what would you do about it? Would you not date a person because of their religion? Let us know something. Matter of fact, it says in relationships.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not in a relationship with you. You talking to me about it?
With who? With who?
With the guy, BX Blue.
Oh well, I mean
Yeah.
Well, you also factor in like in a way you kind of opened the door was opened. So once the door was kind of open. So it was like that's when
No.
the
No.
topic shifted.
The door was not open. The door was that I was telling what I do in my relationship. That's not opening the door. His comeback should have been what he does in his relationship. Because that's what the topic is. But hey, difference of opinion. Tomatoes, tomato. So we're trying to figure out tonight because I seen something in the news where a couple had been together for 6 months, and they decided to call it quits because uh, one was planning on voting. One is planning on voting one way. The other one is planning on voting the other way. So that gave me the thought of, what do you? Who has a relationship that you plan on voting different ways, or your household, the vote is split in your household? You know, who has that going on?
You got a message.
Cool.
Hey, shout out to the panel. I mean, personally, I feel like I'm a pretty open-minded person, but I think I would have to have the same religious and political views only because, as far as religion goes, I want somebody that I could go to church with, and I want somebody that if I believe in certain things, it wouldn't be like a conflict, like you're wrong or anything like that.
Pairing.
As far as the political
Bluetooth
thing,
connected.
it just goes really against like my beliefs as far as my rights for certain things, being voted on and whatnot. And if I feel somebody, is dating me and in a party that might contradict those rights or whatever have you, I might look at them sideways like, hey, do you not respect me as a person? So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Got
We
another one.
appreciate that, Coco. Yeah.
Actually, I want to say most of the women I've dated have had opposite, especially political views than me. Religious views, not very different, but different, fundamentally different, but not very different.
Is that important to anybody? Is that important to you, 46? It's like the religion of a person when you go on to date somebody. Is their religion important to you?
No.
Me either.
No.
I ain't gonna lie to you. No.
No.
I can't. Because the people gonna believe what they want to believe anyway. So
Exactly.
why? You might learn something from them. There's been plenty of situations where one person might convert because they married somebody in that religion. And I'm one of those people. I believe in my religion enough that I don't have to push it on nobody else. I don't feel like I need to push it on anybody else. I believe I need to be responsible for me. Now y'all don't hear the crazy shit I say on here, but yeah,
Exactly.
my household is totally different. My household is totally different.
I could not say anything when you said that. So I mean, I'm speaking
Yeah.
for everybody that's listening to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I say some shit on
Yeah.
it. So I mean,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
But I keep
But
it
I
in.
digress. But I
I can't
digress.
say I keep it in good taste because I don't.
That shit don't never.
I do not keep it in good taste.
Oh,
Bad taste.
by the time I
feel
get finished
like
this show, I
the
need a shower.
importance of the religion, honestly, is
Oh shit, my bad. I'm just trying to hit the button too fast.
No, you good. Now I said by the time I'm finished with this show, I need a shower because it's dirty. These sometimes get a little dirty with you, and I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I gotta wash away the filth.
I feel
You
like the importance of the religion, honestly, is probably more of a woman thing. And I say that because I think initially when men date, you date with your eyes and you see what's attractive. You're not really concerned about what a girl makes for her money or does for a living. You're not really concerned with, other than maybe if she's like a parent and you're not a parent, then maybe that. But I feel like, as bad as it sounds, like, at least initially, and now of course, like, as you get to know her, maybe there's things you can't tolerate, but I think off the bat, like, I think you guys as men, put up with more, I would say, or I guess accept more.
I believe the same thing. Yeah, because when I'm dating, I mean, for one thing, when it comes to money, I don't have access to her money anyway. Like, I can't be dating a chick and access the gas money. Even right now, I don't. No, I will say this now. Me and my lady been together since '08, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when she's at like she might be at the grocery store and she might say, "Hey, you want anything?" Now I might say, "Yeah, I want this, this, this," and she might bring it home. I guess that's a form of getting something from her. But other than that, it's not like I'm going to be like, "Hey, my car needs to be filled up with gas. I need that from you." And she could say that to me, and I take it perfectly fine. Like, "Hey, let's go to the gas station. Let's take both of them. Let's fill up both of them while we're there."
Mm-hmm.
But I would feel kind of crazy asking her for that. You know what I mean? Not saying she wouldn't do it for me, but I don't feel like I have the same access to her money as she has to mine. Because she know anything she asks for, I'm gonna pretty much try to get it for her if I can. Then she don't ask for much either, so.
Yeah, we got another message.
All right.
I think as long as you're not dogmatic, those differences don't make a big difference. I think religion might be a little harder for some people because that usually is rooted in dogma. That's like really out of your control. But politically, if you're mature and you know how to communicate, you're not dogmatic. It's really not a big deal. Like most of your day, you're not behaving based on your political stance, right? Like I'm not walking around all day like, oh, Second Amendment, abortion, abortion, abortion. Longevity of a relationship or the value of a relationship really doesn't hinge on political views.
Yeah, I get that. You're right. You don't really go around doing that all day. You're right. I get it. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, like I said, this couple that was on this, I don't even know if it was a satire story, but the story I was looking at was, I guess they had been together 6 months, and find out that one is, I guess they thought they was on the same page when it comes to their political views, and ended up on a different page. And I guess it started off both of them thinking each other was joking, but as I guess the primaries grow closer and debates and stuff start up, yeah, they realized they were not on the same page at all, and it's got to the point where divorce, they signing papers for divorce. Now, do I think that's worth throwing a marriage away for, let alone a relationship? But a marriage, hell no, I don't see that. Now, if getting ready to have a beast with two backs with a woman for the first time, and she starts to trying to summon up demons in the bedroom, that might be a little bit of a problem. And again, you never had you a piece of evil ass? Well, oh, man,
Said a what?
Nothing.
Said
nothing.
what? A piece of what?
A piece of evil ass.
Evil ass.
Mean ass girls, the mean evil ass girls. Ooh, Lord have mercy. What dude said on Vampire in Brooklyn? Evil is good. Ass is good. Now, if you get yourself a piece of evil ass, woo. But
yeah,
I don't know. I guess now I will say this: if me and my lady was to get married, right, and then upon getting married, she used to show me that she worships the devil or something something outrageous that wasn't obvious in the beginning. That might be a problem. That would be a problem. But if it's something like, if she was a Muslim and I was a Christian, or she was a Christian and I was a Muslim, or any other religion you could think of, I don't think, if you go with it in the beginning, I don't think your marriage should change that, or your relationship status should change how you view it. You got two of them things.
You got two of them.
Yep.
All right.
Shout out to the room. This is Shay Lady and Company. What's up, Big Daddy? 46 Coltrane 37796.
Woo-hoo.
Say Lady and Company.
What's
Just
going
calling,
on?
seeing what's going on. Want to support you. Big Daddy, thank you for your unyielding support, man, to what we do over at Meet the Host. That's on Everything Podcast. Peace.
Appreciate it. They got man, it's a good podcast. It's just like people just need to come and support them, meet the
I
hoes.
need him.
So I go in, I listen to
I
them.
need him. I need him to shout it out a little louder next time. Shout it out. Shout your show out. Shout it out loud.
All right, I'm going to play Dr. Diamond P.
It's 46 and Coltrane. Difference in political views and religion in a relationship. Both should go in the garbage. Today. Dr. Don P in the building. What's poppin'? How y'all doing? Okay, I'm in here.
What's going on, Dr. Diamond P? All right, play the next one.
No, I'm just joking, but absolutely. Does political views and religion and a relationship break people up? Absolutely. But what are you doing partnering with someone who doesn't have those values and those views from the minute you start talking to them and you want to go into that next step? That's Dr. Don P. Hello. Hello.
I like it. Hey, can you hold it down for me?
What'd you say?
Hold it down for a minute.
All right. Let me get back to that screen. No more messages. All right. Well, like you said, today's topic, differences in political views and religion in a relationship. So, for me, in my house, we basically have the same political views, religion is roughly the same. So, but I haven't really dealt with anybody that was opposite of the things I believe. So, but yeah, I don't know what Coltrane at, but y'all have any, I guess, situations where y'all had like a difference in your relationship or as far as like in the relationship as far as politics or religion, leave a message, I'll play it. Other than that, until he come back, if y'all got any upcoming shows, anything like that, anything you wanna shout out or whatever, then I'll play the message until he come back. It's funny how he tells me to take control of this, and it was his topic. So, but I don't know what he got going on right now. I just hear a bunch of noise in the background.
Sorry.
You good?
Sorry. Yeah. I had I'm setting up for my daughter's birthday tomorrow. I had to finish up something right quick.
Oh, okay. Is it what? It's tonight?
My daughter's birthday?
Yeah. Is it just the party
No.
tonight or
Her
tomorrow?
birthday tomorrow. Her birthday tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She'll officially be a teenager, so I had to.
Well, you make sure to tell her I said happy birthday.
Will do. But yeah, I mean, last thing I heard from Dr. Diamond P, I think that Dr. Diamond P said about the aren't you figuring that out before you get to that next stage of that relationship? And then ask you this: if a chick tell you she worships the devil, but she's fine as hell, you take it. You gonna at least try to make it to that first stage.
What do you mean first? What do you mean?
Like, would you
Am I
still try to seal the deal?
Hell yeah. I don't care what that's what you believe. That's what you believe. That don't mean I gotta believe it. Hey, if you willing, that makes no sense to me. Like you said, seal the deal. Hey, you didn't say I gotta marry her. I mean, shit. I'm just saying.
Bruh. Oh my God.
You gonna walk away from it?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you say?
Only
No.
way, Only way I walk away from it is I come in that bedroom and she done got the damn circle and the damn shit in the middle of the bed. Nah, I ain't fucking with that. That's above my pay grade there. I gotta walk away. But if it's some just then I'm good. I'm for it.
Oh man, y'all them candles and shit everywhere.
I'm goddamn
You
candles.
about to get some,
Next thing you
get
know,
some.
you hear a sacrificial goat in the goddamn closet. Now I gotta go home. I gotta go home. Shit is not right.
I throw lamb blood on your back. But
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't never hit a woman, but I drop kick shit out of her that night as I'm leaving.
she riding you real good, and all of a sudden she says some shit like, I bring you my sacrifice. You stopping it, you gonna let her finish.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
She raised her hand up
Hell
out eyes
no.
and shit. Start rolling back in the hair. I bring you these
Mm
sacrifice.
mm mm mm.
Uh-uh. You show up to her house and she drinking out of goddamn chalice. Yeah, go home.
No, I'm going home. I'm not even getting out the car. I'm going home. Cause
You ain't
first off, I
Indiana
want to know what.
Jones.
First off, I want to know what's in there. What are you drinking? What's in there?
Chipmunk blood.
So I mean, let's see. I
Exactly what
gotta
it's
go.
gonna be.
No, that's all right.
I think
But
I've been with somebody who didn't have any religion, like whatsoever. They didn't believe in nothing. I guess you would say it was atheist, but the funny thing is, like, when they got to their magic moment, they always screaming, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." I don't get that.
oh
I don't get what that's about. That's kind of weird.
yeah,
If you don't believe,
yeah, I've never dealt with an atheist. Not like that. I mean, I know them, but I knew some atheists, but we never, not like that.
Is your religion because is your belief in your religion because of the way you was raised, or is something you actually believe in now? Like, do you believe everything now? Is there
That's what I
something you
believe
kind of
now.
question, or
No,
you just believe
because
everything?
growing
Okay.
up, we had a choice. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? I could have been a member of I probably could have been a member of my grandmother's church, she was Baptist. But I ended up being a member of my mom's church, where
Right.
your significant other goes. So, it was always, it was a choice. If
Yeah.
I wanted to be, what I'm saying, a member, I can go and not be a member, but it was my choice to, be a member.
So we was always up until we got our first job. Mom said we had to go to church where we had to go. Once you got your first job, because in my parents' household, when you got your first job, you start paying rent to them.
hmm
So at 15, actually I got my first job at 14, but my first legal job was 15. So I had to start paying rent, And don't get me wrong, my parents, it was a teaching thing. My parents, I think both of my parents made over 100. Yeah. At that time, one of my parents worked at a tire manufacturing company, and the other was a business manager. So both of them made over 100 grand a year at one time. So it wasn't like we was hurting for money. We had money, but they didn't play you sitting around the house and not having a job. Everybody in the house had a job at 15. Once you got your first job, that's when you make your own choices. Like, I was able to stay out. Like, most kids in high school, in freshman year of high school, they had to be in at a certain time. Shit, I could stay out as long as I go to school the next day. Like, I could not, as long as I call and say, hey, I'm here. As long as I go to school the next day and go to work, they didn't bother me. Now, when you start calling out of work and not going to school and stuff like that, that's when it was a problem, or you start flunking in school, that's when it was a problem. As long as you was holding it down, as long as you got your rent money, you good. Bi-weekly, Not this monthly thing, bi-weekly. Get your check, they get their money. So, and it taught me a lot. I had a lot of friends that didn't have that. I didn't like it at the time. I was cursing that shit. But now I see what it was about. Now that I got my own house, and, cars and stuff, I understand what it's about now.
We
And
got
then,
hold on. We got a message in the thing.
So 50% of divorces happen with Trump being in office, okay? And then the other 50% died when the pandemic hit and the religion factor came into play. So, yeah, no more marriages. They banned it. New law. Just placed in Congress.
I think they should ban marriages as it stands now. I think they should restructure it. I think it needs to be restructured, and the rules of marriage need to change. See, the rules of marriage are back from when marriage first started here. The religious part, yeah, it can stay the same because that's part of your religion. But the legal portions of it, that needs to change immediately. A lot of stuff in marriage, I think, right now, the reason why people aren't getting married in the numbers they was getting married is because of the risk. Risk you have to take. Some people willing to take that risk. Some people are not willing to take it. Some people don't really care about it. Like, I think in the next
Shit, I
20
took that risk
years,
3 times. What you mean? You want to look at it as a risk? I took that shit 3 times. 3 times. 3 times.
I think in 20 years, man, I think it ain't gonna be many marriage. I think marriage is gonna be a novelty type thing. That's what I think. In about 20 years, I think it's gonna be like a novelty. Like, it's gonna be like going skydiving. It ain't gonna be no real expectation for marriage because the playing field is even now. Women getting money just like men. The only problem is when you go before a judge, that's when you're not equal. For the most part, she gonna clean up, and you gonna have to start over. That's why I think I think now, it's still pretty. Actually, I still don't see as many marriages as I did when I was younger. It seemed like when you was younger, somebody was getting married every week. Family members and stuff like that. I still don't see a lot of that now. So maybe the next 10 years, who knows?
I think it's gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be at the whatever rate it is now. That's the rate it's gonna be. The reason why I say that is because thinking that the newer generation not gonna want to get married. I have kids that are talking about getting married. All of them at some point want to get married. So it's like, so to say like that marriage is going to just be a novelty. I don't think it's gonna be a novelty. I think it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna move at the pace that it's moving now. As far as the money thing, you know what I'm saying? Women, some with most jobs, they've caught up and they're making the same amount. I just feel like that brings more to a household.
Yeah.
It brings more. So it's like, I feel like there will be, marriage is going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be what it's going to be. I think it's going to be at the same pace. Now, do you see something in the newspaper or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or on Facebook all the time about it, you know what I'm saying? This person got engaged this week. This person got engaged this week. No, but I think it's going to be, it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be the same.
I see more breakups
But
on Facebook than I see engagements. Pretty much. You see more breakups and troubling people's relationships.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Engagements.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's because of social media. I think it was the same. I think the rate of it is going to be the same. It's just more because it's on social media, because it's being seen and not talked about.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, that's like, and I hate to dive into sports, but it's just real quick. That's just like, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays you have your LeBron fans that are saying LeBron is the greatest. But then you
Right.
have my generation who feel like Jordan is the greatest. But because what made Jordan to me the greatest is because there was no social media. So it was like if you so when you had to hear about it, it was like, oh man, did y'all see when Jordan had it in the left and switched over to the right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
it gave that air of mystery to it. But to like now, you know what I'm saying, with the whole thing of social media, yeah, you can get on there and break up with your girlfriend, break up with your boyfriend, and you know what I'm saying, talk shit to each other. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10, you'll get back together on Facebook.
Hmm.
Relationship goals. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
just
I get it.
that's just what I think. That's just my opinion because I feel like because there was no social media back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might be in damn Walmart or something, and somebody be like, "Man, you heard 46 done broke up with such." By this time, hell, 46 was somebody else, so it don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? But you didn't know that because there was no social media for you to know the movements of
Right.
46.
Right.
So,
I think a lot of people breaking up, like you said, breaking up because of social media. You know, somebody, it was easier for my granddad to have 2 or 3 women in the same town than it would be for me to have 2 or 3 women at the same time. Uh,
mhm.
that's why you have a lot of funerals now, and you catching these extra aunties and these uncles popping up that nobody know about. Cousins popping up. I got so many cousins be popping up, man. It's scary sometimes. Shit, this girl, I say this girl, a chick that I took out twice. Took this chick out twice, and thank God we didn't get nowhere with it. It was like one of those jokey type going out or whatever. And my aunt was telling me about, hey, your uncle, my uncle had passed. He had been passed about 7 years at that point. And my aunt was like, yeah, I got another cousin. I want you to meet her want y'all to meet her at the family reunion, a little cookout or whatever. It's like, all right. She's like, well, she said she know you and your other cousin. And both of us went to the same school. Me and my other cousin went to the same school. I was like, oh, okay. Said the name. And I that was one person I didn't think of. I said, well, I don't know that name. I don't know her. And I get there, and guess who it is? It's her.
Mhm.
My uncle had a kid.
Mhm.
Grown woman. She didn't find out until her mom told her on her mom told her on her deathbed who her dad was, and yeah, my uncle.
Hmm. Yeah, but the difference between back then and now, like I said, it's still social media. But back then, you may know about something, but you don't talk about it.
Yeah, but what
Like
was the reason why?
most women, I'm not gonna say most women, but you know what I'm saying. I would think most women back then, if they knew their man, they knew their husband had a whole nother family. Yeah, they knew about the shit. They ain't talk
Yep.
about it. That was something they never talked about. Now on social
But
media,
you,
you can't do that because it's gonna be talked about. Somebody knows
but you
somebody
know,
that's gonna get on there.
you know why they didn't talk about it. Your grandmama didn't talk about it because your grandma was taken care of. She wasn't working in the mill like he was working, but she wasn't making the money he was making. So she was taken care of. So she didn't care about, as long as he didn't bring it to the house and, embarrass
Yeah,
her in town with it. They didn't care.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
they
but
let
that's
him
what I'm saying.
have,
Because yeah, because that's what I
some of
said.
them.
It was never talked about. You didn't talk
Yeah.
about it. You
Now,
knew it. Everybody knew it. Nobody talked about it. But now, if you step out, like, okay, you step out on your significant other,
right.
and now you got a whole nother kid somewhere else. Somebody knows
Hmm.
somebody that knows somebody. Now that shit is all over Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
Yeah.
So now you're the subject of conversation.
If not, just the pure fact that people are still linked up with each other through social media. Like, they might not post on social media, but a lot of friends that you got right now, you probably still wouldn't have if you didn't have social media. Like, how many friends you still got from high school that you haven't ever talked to since high school, but you might communicate with them every once in a while on social media. You know, how many people have been, you know, you ain't talked to in years, but you know you can go on your phone right now and send them an instant message. You know, so friends don't
Yeah,
dial.
I'm be
You know,
dead
they don't
ass.
pull.
I'm be dead ass. I really don't fuck with the class of '94 like that. You know what I'm saying? But some of them motherfuckers bougie as shit, so I don't really fuck with them like that. I mean, I don't. Like, that's just what that is.
Shit, I still got a few friends that was from. Shit, I got friends from elementary school I still talk to. You know what I'm saying? They from elementary school. I still talk to these guys. I don't know. A couple of them from middle school I still talk to. But that's only because of social media. Because if it wasn't no, they never been in my house. They ain't never been you know, we never went out nowhere, hung out. But you know, we see each other on social media. Old flings, all the stuff. We see them on social media, my Facebook page, something like that. You know, like I said, we don't call each other and chit chat. But I know if I need to talk to them about something, I can hit a couple buttons. My granddaddy didn't have it. My grandma couldn't do that. My grandma couldn't say, well, I'm going to leave you and buy me another house. She wasn't allowed to buy no house. And that's when they bring up that, you know, we talked about it in another show when they bring up the thought of having a traditional relationship. You know, your grandma had a traditional relationship because she couldn't do anything. She couldn't go out and get no job. She couldn't buy a house. She couldn't even go in Sears and buy a refrigerator by herself. Only rich women could do that. But the average woman, period, couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. You know, it was discrimination. Matter of fact, women weren't allowed in the South. Women weren't allowed to work in the South to win. Like what? Right after desegregation? When they started letting them work in the big mills, cotton mills and stuff. So
I'm be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like after desegregation.
We came from we stayed in New Jersey and then we came to the South. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, my dad, you know, he went through desegregation. He went to all black school for years. He got to middle school. We got to high school. That's when he went to, you know, they integrated the schools down here. You know.
Yeah, I know that my mom, she was in that. I think it was like the first class that went through.
Yeah. My dad, you know, it was a big learning curve because they didn't get taught stuff at their school that, you know, the white kids were getting taught at their school. So it was a big learning curve. You know, so a lot of them dropped out and went to work at the mill. A lot of them had to drop out and go to work at the mill because at the my grandparents were sharecroppers. So, say for instance, they be in class, right? The principal might come to the class and say, "Hey, y'all cows out." Imagine that shit now. Hey, y'all cows out. So my uncle, my oldest uncle, and it was 5 boys and 5 girls. It was 10 of them. So my oldest uncle would go round up all his sisters and brothers, and they would go catch the cow. Or he might say, the principal might come and say, "Hey, my cow's out. Who want to go catch him for me?" And they would send the kids out to go catch the cows during school hours. That was here in the South. And that was what? 50s, in the 50s, maybe 60s, wasn't quite into the 70s. So, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, we got a message.
I see it.
Diamond P.
I mean, wasn't Ashley Madison the first cheating website? I mean, for cheaters. Wasn't that first? Not on the internet, but something in the papers that they end up being used on the web. I'm not sure. Anyway, Dr. Don P from the AOL times, regardless. Huh?
Wasn't that one where you had to call the 1-800 number late night? And they had that crazy music going? What that dating site she talking about? Where you had to call at night?
She said a cheating site.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't a site. It wasn't a site. It was something that they
it was
it was like the newspaper.
Like a phone, you call in a phone, and yeah. before they got their own website, it was a 1-800 number, put it like that. Back when they had where you late night, call me. We can chit chat for $1,700
No,
a minute.
I don't think she meant that. I don't think she meant that.
Huh? Yeah, I
I
know
don't think
she
she
mean
meant
it
that.
like that, but I'm saying that particular one, Ashley Madison, what she talking about? That's how they ran their game back in the day. You call up and link up with other singles. And a lot of motherfuckers was cheating on there.
Oh,
That
wow.
was before you could go on AOL. You didn't have there was no internet back then. Call 1-800, my thighs are out. And that damn crazy ass porno music be playing in the background. Call me. 1-800-558-1733 for $97
You
a
sound
minute.
like you know. You
I
sound like
remember
you
them
know.
shits. I remember them shits. Them commercials you had to beat off real fast too, because they go off quick. With no internet porn back then. Know when to hold them or know when to fold them.
Oh shit. Sound like we got a message. We got sound like we got two. All right.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who tried to do speed dating back in the 90s? Or like, what was it like before Tinder? Real talk.
Oh yeah. My
We never
cousin
did.
went
I
to a
never,
speed date.
I
Huh?
never tried speed. I never tried speed dating.
My cousin did it one time, and he come back and told us the story because it was like a bingo hall, and they set it up in the bingo hall. And I guess the way he explained it, you when you walk in there, everybody got a number, and you sit with matching numbers, right? So if you got a 1 and that person got a 1, you sit with matching numbers. So you start talking. When they hit the bell, you start talking. And when the bell ring, boom, you go to the next one. You mark it on your card if you like them or not. Okay. So then
Yeah.
when you got to the end of the numbers or whatever, and you kind of cycled all the way back through, you turn in your cards or whatever. And I guess the people who paired up, they could go in a separate room or a separate area and talk more. But the people who didn't pair up with anybody was asked to leave. I think that's the way he explained it. And he was pissed off because he paid like $35 to get in there. And while you speed dating, you eat these like hors d'oeuvres and shit. So he said by the time he got to number 3, his plate was clean. Yeah. Hope he hit his shit. He said when he got to number 3, yeah, my plate was clean. I said, damn, man. My cousin, my older cousin, my other cousin said, damn, man. He said, why, you was hungry when you went in there? He said, fuck no, I wasn't hungry. Number 2, that bitch, she took all my goddamn food. Man, he was mad as hell. He wasn't even mad that he didn't go, he lost his $35. He was mad about this food. And he was just going off about this food. But yeah, he said he had to sit in there, and they just went round in a circle the whole time. That's all he did. And he got knocked out the first round, I guess. He was asked to leave. But he also believed that the people who ran the speed dating thing were also the people who was in there playing. You see what I'm saying? It was like a scam. So when you ask to leave, they in there counting up the money. Yeah. I would never in my life.
Yeah, they said. I mean, I just ain't never done speed. I never tried the speed dating thing.
Got another one from the doc.
Yep.
No Night Train. I'm sorry, Cold Train. That was my drink back in the day, Night Train. My bad. No, I'm at. Have you read up on Ashley Madison? Ashley Madison was a I think they started out billboards. They actually catered to actual married people. Married people were able to go on this website or this actual list, and it was a big controversy.
Wow. I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, look that up, Night Train.
What? You ever had some night train?
Hmm?
You ever had night train?
No.
I mean, I think I had it one time. I don't remember though. That's what that shit do to you. That shit
I
worse
just
than
thought it was funny.
that shit is worse
I
than
just thought it was
that
funny.
is worse than what the word.
Goddamn Thunderbird. What you talking about? I ain't never had a drink of
Way
that
worse
shit.
than Thunderbird. Shit was horrible. You remember St. Ives
Nah.
Special Brew?
Nah, I did drink that.
I used to love that shit.
Because I remember there was when did I drink that? I was in the military, I think. Yeah, I want to say I was in the military. And we ended up buying like a box. Had like 24
Yep.
bottles
Yep.
in that box. Yeah.
I bought one for us that time, remember? I bought it from the store down there in the Forks. Bought us a case. St. Ives Special Brew. That's a headache potion now.
But now what was funny was because what I've noticed in the last few weeks, people acknowledge you differently now. You had the one lady, Granny Wowzers, called you young man.
Young man.
We had another one where somebody said that they didn't call you by your name, they just said everybody. And then tonight, you call Night Train. So I'm just saying, it's funny to me.
They love me. They love me. That's why they call me.
Nah, they love you. They know your name. I'm just saying, they know your name. It's like, yeah,
They
everybody. You one person, but she called you everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Exactly.
But you talking the drunk chick? No, I know you.
Nah, that wasn't her. That was somebody else. She said, "What's going on? What's going on? 46. What's going on?" I think Miss Cheesecake was in that one. Can't remember.
Yeah.
And then got to you. Then she said,
Hey,
"And everybody." Goddamn. Goddamn, everybody.
We're gonna stop this. Big Hood, Cold Train, 8 and 1.
You complaining?
Pick one.
You complaining?
Pick one.
You complaining?
No, I'm not complaining.
You complaining? I'm saying they could call you that nigga.
What?
What's going on, everybody? And that nigga, but they don't.
I
I'm
will
just
promptly
saying.
block their ass.
I'm just saying.
Promptly block them. Promptly.
What's going on? What's going on? 46 and Thickums. Hey, you pick your poison. You know what I'm saying?
I heard a chick call this dude hip pocket at the store the other day. I don't know what
shit.
Hey there, hip pocket. What? That's what we call hip pocket? Oh my god. Where that come from? But yeah, we was gonna do a double show tonight, but I can't because I got to finish up stuff with
No, double show is next week.
Oh, that's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Next week.
Yeah, I thought we were doing it tonight. My bad. That's a good thing.
But if you want to, we can go ahead and close this one out.
Yep, we can go ahead and close this out unless y'all got something y'all got to say about this difference in politics and religion in a relationship.
Before we do that, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, radio.net, Google Podcasts. You can find us on any podcast platform. And next week, like I said, next week we're doing double show, 2 shows. So the first one will be appreciation to Bunny J. So she'll be, doing the show with us. And the second one is undetermined right now, but we'll have something by midweek.
I got one for next week.
And another
How big
stop
is
on
too
the,
big in a relationship?
Oh my God! Another stop on the on our tour is Let me hold on. Keep talk while I gotta pull it up. I have to pull
It's
it up.
Jimmy James Leroy hair care and tire shop plus stand for fireworks.
Really?
We're gonna be at Ricky Sam barbecue. Ricky run on one side, Sam's run the other side. Pick and choose your poison.
That is not the real place. The place we're going to is Club Ebony.
Oh shit!
That's where we'll be at. Club Ebony.
I feel like it's gonna smell like cocoa butter and wet paint.
Feel like it's gonna smell like no condoms and STDs. Moving right along. Since nobody
But
has
yeah,
anything, we're gonna go ahead and close it out.
let me ask you this right quick.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, what do you think about? Do you think they're gonna lock Trump up?
A part of me feels like yes, but the other part of me feel like hell no. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know, but I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
where I'm at. I think they just it's like a show.
Yeah.
I think it's all a show. We'll
Now
talk
them
more
other
about
ones,
that.
now them other ones,
Yeah,
yeah, them other ones probably going down. They're going down.
some of them didn't
So
even get bail.
yeah, they're going down. But him,
You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
You know what color they were? They didn't get bail.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, but this has been another episode of Them Damn Country Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Cole Train. My co-host is,
This is Big Daddy 46.
and we are out.
Them country boys on the ride, with them big fat wheels on the side, with the dirty cow wheels on the ride, and them country boys, with them big fat wheels, with the dirty cow wheels.
It's up out of here, Lil John.